about you guys doing these two shows coming up in Sydney and Melbourne. How are you guys feeling about being able to do some shows like this after the big tour with Kiss?
Oh, pretty excited, man. It's one of those things, the big one with Kiss is, that's definitely a feather in the cap. But going off our own back now, so it's sometimes it can be a bit more thrilling when it's your own show,
Yeah. Well, I have to ask though, what was that like when you first found out that you were going to be touring with Kiss? That must have been an absolute bucket list item ticked off.
Oh, big time, mate. Yeah, we found out about it 2019. So it was supposed to go ahead in late 2019, but Paul Stanley got sick and they postponed it, and then everything happened. So we were waiting around for a couple of years, knowing it was going to happen eventually, and so, but yeah, it was a very on-edge moment when we found out.
Definitely. Now, like you said, those big shows are great, but sometimes it's special to come back and do these intimate shows like you guys are doing. What are you looking forward to the most with these shows?
I suppose what we're really looking forward to is seeing our true fans, like they're there to support you and the band and the new album and everything. So that's what we're looking forward to the most, is just seeing the people that have, always been behind us.
Now, this new album is an absolute ripper. I've had it playing over and over and over and over. It's an amazing album. How is it going with the tracks live? Are you enjoying playing them live?
Yeah, we are. Like, we've done a few live, definitely. But now that the album's out and we're gigging again, we're pretty excited to, play more and more. And, we have been rehearsing a lot, and yeah, so we're really anticipating the next level of playing more and more of the album live. That's for sure.
Were you a little bit nervous about doing these shows? Of course, with the last couple of years, with lockdowns and things like that, you haven't been able to get out there and play shows, and there was a lot of negative people saying that people wouldn't want to rush back out to shows, but you guys have sold out Melbourne and nearly sold out Sydney. Was there any hesitation to get out there and do these shows?
No, especially myself and Sean, we've been doing it for a long time, and we've had breaks before, like where we'd take, a year off of touring Europe or whatever, and, when we go back over, you get back in the swing of things and everything's fine, it's definitely a headspace. It's a bit different where you're getting up there and you're going to go, oh, geez, I haven't done this in a while, but all the same feelings and the muscle memory and everything just comes back automatically. So, and we know how to put on, we know how to put on a good show. So it's not really anything unusual for us.
Yeah. How did you spend that time though? Did you spend that time when you couldn't tour? Did you spend it recharging the batteries, or were you excited to be able to work on some material without touring? How did you spend that time?
Well, we had a lot of work to do with the release of the album anyway, so there was artwork to get ahead on, there was video clips and stuff that had to be edited, and, that's where we spent most of our time, like we were just working within what we could, what we could do, and, when we were opened up, we were doing some filming, and when we were closed down, we were working on artwork and orchestrating when the album was coming out and all that sort of thing, and, staying together.
This might be the first time that some of your fans get to see Steve live. Tell us a little bit about how Steve's fitted into the band and how that's all gone, because sometimes that can be a little bit of a disruption for a band, but you guys seem to have just cruised on by and introduced him really well.
Yeah, we found Steve basically on YouTube. He was doing lots and lots of covers, and we thought this guy might really bring something to the table for us, and it was really really good luck that he lived in Melbourne like us. So, we sort of organised a meet-up, and, he said, yeah, I'll do it. And he brought everything to the table, and, and that was, it was 2018, around then. And then we just sort of hit Europe a couple of times with him to see how he'd go, and he went, really well. And then we thought, well, this will be easy, there's always going to be changes in bands and whatever, and, as long as you tackle it well, there won't be an issue. So, yeah, we're pretty happy with it.
Now, I hate to Melbourneize the interview, but you're playing at the iconic Corner Hotel, which is one of my favourite venues in Melbourne. Does that place just reek of history when you play there?
Oh, yeah. I mean, of course. I mean, it's a long-standing venue. We're pretty privileged to play it, really. But yeah, it's iconic, man. Like it's the Corner. Everyone's played there.
Were you someone that went there as a kid as well? Like, for me, that's one of the first venues I started to go to see live shows. Was that something that you went through with your life as well?
Yeah, I mean, it was, I'd always go there to see bands. There's always, a festival on that they put together, or a big band. I've seen Wolf Mother and that sort of stuff play there. But that and the Espy Hotel, yeah, just they're the big ones. It's been around for a long time, so we're pretty excited to play it, man.
Now, you're bringing some great bands with you as well. The Myths, True Believer, Avalanche, and Fox Company as well up in Sydney. Tell us a little bit about those bands and why you chose those bands to support you guys.
Oh, look, they're really, really good upcoming bands that we're, also good mates with, especially True Believer. So, those guys have, put their hat in the ring, and we're just really happy to have really well fitted music towards our music as well. So that's how it all came about, I guess.
Yeah. Now, there's probably some people listening to this at the moment who are thinking, well, stuff that, I missed out on tickets to the Melbourne show. When can they expect you guys to get out there and do some shows again? Are you hoping that in the new year you might do an Australia-wide tour, or where are we looking on that front?
I would say so, man. Yeah, I would say so. I'd say next year would be, we'll do another round of shows, see where we can get, and we've got, we might have some stuff early in the year in Europe, and then depending on where we sit with that, yeah, we'll definitely do a round of shows in Melbourne or Australia as well.
Yeah. And what about songwriting? Are you guys busy heading into a new album cycle as well, or are you just being able to sit back and at the moment and just enjoy what's going on with Shockwave?
We're currently trying to relearn Shockwave. Well, as far as get together as a band again, go through all the material live, and just sit, try and nail it as best we can before we really start putting together another album.
Well, mate, we are so excited that we're going to be able to see these shows next week. Right now on the show, we're going to play The Sorcerer and Preacher back to back. What would you like to say to all of your fans out there who are about to listen to these amazing tracks but are also heading along to check out you guys live next week?
Oh, we just want to thank everyone. We want to, tell them to, if you haven't got the album, you can go get it at JB. There's vinyl and CDs there, or you can order it online from those guys. So, or you can come see us at a gig and buy it for yourself, So, yeah, that's how you get behind a band, and that's how you support us if you like the music.